everybody. Happy fucking Wednesday. This is Christy Unleashed, and I am your host, the fucking cunt of the cunt, Christy Miller. I can't even say my own name anymore. Oh, God, it's been a crazy week. I was in Facebook jail for 9 days, so I couldn't access anything. I am free, people. So, yeah, it's nice to be out of prison. So, anyway, on that note, we have an extremely special guest in the studio this week for the show. I'm stoked to have him aboard. I love this guy. He's super funny. You can see him on his podcast, Just Joking, which can be heard everywhere in every truck stop bathroom that you can find. And he also has an album out called High on Molly. I'd love to introduce you to the super funny Kevin Dombrowski.
Hello. I don't know if you're expecting more. Sorry, am I funny from the start?
No, you don't have to. We're not even funny here. It's okay.
Perfect. Nice.
Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
How was your year? What did you do?
Oh, it was filled with depressive thoughts and attempted suicide. No, it was great. It was. I had a kid. So I have a 6-month-old. I was relegated to one room during the quarantine, so I'm happy to be in 2 rooms now.
Well, congratulations on your upgrade.
Thank you.
I was laughing yesterday when I was talking to you. I was at the gym deadlifting, and you were like,
That's
I have
so
to go.
funny.
I have my daughter. And I was like, yeah, I have to go. I got to lift. Like the whole role reversal that we had.
Right. Well, I had to go because I had to feed her, and I didn't want to be deadlifting myself.
Are you still breastfeeding?
I am only because I'm still showing though. Lord knows nothing else is coming out.
Yeah, guy. I'm so stoked. We have a really fucked up show this week, and I think it's going to be hilarious. And it's good to be out of Facebook jail and to like be interacting with people and accessing shit again on here on Governor's Radio. So, you ready to kick this show off prison list style?
Yes. I hold on. Let me go drop the soap first.
Yeah, hot. All right, you guys, it is time to pour the Celebra-Tea. All right, my dear, let's pour this tea. I'm all fucked up. See, I'm out of jail. I don't know how to handle freedom.
That's nice. I like that.
Horrible.
I didn't know that we needed props. I have a seltzer. All right, everybody, let's get bubbly.
Let's be polar opposites there.
Yeah.
See, mine is my pronoun.
Oh, you know what? I saw that mug on Amazon one time, but it spelled cunt. The handle was a C.
I have that one too.
Okay, so that is so funny because it was a college's merch.
Yes, it was the University of Texas.
And they didn't put together what it would spell, and I was like, I want to buy that for everyone and just be like, you're a Texas fan, right?
Yeah, I have it because it's my name, and it's my initials are cunt. But the brilliant part is that they're so dumb, but it's like, dude, that's the greatest fucking slogan, the greatest marketing scheme on the planet. I want to go there now. Like, I want to go to school.
I really want to see a game of the Alabama game, the Cocks versus the Cunts.
Oh,
probably the only football game I'd ever actually watch.
Exactly. They could the Cocks just pound those cunts to death. Speaking of pounding cunts, Usher was slammed.
Jesus.
Usher slammed for allegedly using fake money at a Las Vegas strip club.
Ooh, no sheep better don't.
I love this. I love everything about this. First off, I think in Usher's mind, he actually thinks that this money is worth something. So to him, he probably doesn't think he was tipping with counterfeits. He's like, bitch, a single is worth an Usher 5 at least.
You can spend these at my show in Vegas.
Yeah. What I love even more about that, I am so unprepared with the props. What I love even more...
I'm known for my shade fan of my shitty cups. Don't worry about it. It's just
okay, fair enough. All right, good.
I'm just a drag queen trapped in a woman's body.
If you have a fucking slide whistle come out,
Hilarious.
Gonna send Marling to start writing for you. You know what? It's so funny to me because I think, like, at least he's not giving girls herpes anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's he gave a chick that some chick sued him because she gave him a lap dance on stage at one of his shows, and he had herpes and he didn't tell anyone. So I'd rather get $100 bill with Usher's face than Usher's herpes on my face.
Well, the thing is like, if he's lap dances at his if you're getting herpes from a lap dance, you're doing it wrong.
Or you're doing it right, to be honest.
Yep. We'll be right back. But this is the funniest shit. And he's like, no, it's promo for my new Vegas show. Nice save there, fuckface. Yeah. Nice save. Every man lies when he cheats you out of a few bucks that he owes you. It's like,
do you think that the strippers knew that it was promo and they were like, oh yeah, no, we're helping to promote his show? It's not that I need to pay. It's not that I need to put myself through college. By the way, do you think that you can pay for a semester at Cunt with an Usher $100 bill?
You probably could.
Sure.
And get books. Or book. Because only cunts read one book, so they can't read more than one. Well, but the funny thing is, it's like, what were they thinking when he was making it rain? When she's like, is he flying for his bringer show? Is this what's happening?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. There's nothing more depressing than making it rain with your own face.
And a piece of paper that's drawn. Like, it's not even like printed flyers from like Kinko's or something. It was like handwritten by a 5-year-old. You know,
I love that. I love that. So that means somewhere he had an intern sit down to make Usher money.
One by one. I'm an artist. I went to graphic design school for this. Somebody kill me right now.
Yeah, someone's trying to slit their wrist with an Usher single while he's like, are they done yet? Because the strippers are here.
I wonder how long it took for them to realize it was fake. Like, did they go to the 7-Eleven to get a pack of cigarettes and try to buy it back? Like, what?
I think
you break 100?
Yeah. I think it was as soon as they passed go, they realized that it was fake money.
You do not collect 200, bitch. Keep it moving, ho.
That's great.
God. Speaking of paying hoes fake money, Harvey Weinstein secretly indicted on rape charges in Los Angeles.
I love that that's a headline because it's not a secret. Like, he raped a lot of people, and the fact that he's being indicted it's not a secret. It's, you know what I mean? Like Cosby held a secret for a very long time.
Very long time.
That was a secret.
And I remember in the 90s that girl came out against him saying he raped her and drugged her. And back then there was no internet. And there was no Facebook and no iPhone cameras. So that shit was hushed the fuck up, man. She got some major hush money. She got Ush money.
One time before a show, Louis C.K. asked me if I could keep a secret. So that's the difference there.
Yeah, and he also asked you if you could watch him keep a secret. Yeah, Louis C.O.C.K. against the C.U.N.T.s. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what this is such a secret for. And it's like, and they're trying to like, oh, this is a secret. And he's trying to fight the charges. And he's like, I got a delay going to LA because my teeth are falling out. And I love that.
You know why they're falling out? Because men are raping his face in prison. That's why his teeth are falling out. Because what goes around comes around. Oh my God. That's another. Geez. What happens? What happens to all these old guys that when they go to prison, they just fucking fall apart? It's you know what it makes me feel like? It's like all of their victims, they're just like sucking the life out of to stay. I don't know, like Harvey Weinstein's like teeth are falling out. But I would love to see if like I wouldn't love to see it. But like if he were to have some other victim, if he would get a little bit of life back in him, like the Mummy. Do you know what I mean?
Like like feeding off of the lives of Freddy Krueger. He needed the children to live.
That's probably a better example than the Mummy.
Yeah. The mummy didn't have teeth to begin with.
That's true. Yeah. And Harvey Weinstein is definitely a fucking nightmare on Elm Street. If there's, oh my God. Brutal.
I can't. It's like his teeth are, I'm going blind. My teeth are going. I'm like, what are you jerking off too much? Getting fucked in the face? Going blind? How are you eating? Because he ordered an air fryer. Did you see that? He has an air fryer. What are you eating with the air fryer with your teeth falling out? You can't even see the air fryer to cook it. What is happening in jail that they could have an air fryer when you're a rapist? Like, does Bill Cosby get an air fryer?
That's, you know what that's like? That's like that would be like a reboot of Goodfellas when they're all cutting the garlic and like making, they're like making their dinner in prison. Like, but this time they'd have like an air fryer and
they got their George Foreman on.
Yeah, the George Foreman, like gluten-free garlic. Like that would be the new reboot of that. But it's so stupid to me. Like all these guys want to act like they're old and decrepit, and it's like, have mercy on me. I'm an old man. My teeth are falling out. And it's like, yeah, dude, you raped so many women, and like you can't play the old card now.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Oh, I didn't know where I was at the time. 30.
Oh, I didn't know rape was back when I was growing up in the 1300s. Rape was good. That meant you loved people.
We just called that stickball where I grew up.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, it's just so dumb to me because then they want to play that card, and this is just that when it's on a Zoom call and it's being recorded, and he's like, "I got an air fryer," and Harvey's like, "What'd you say?" It's like, I got an air fryer. Is that like when we used to toast marshmallows in the Depression?
I have a hair dryer.
Yeah.
I don't have any hair or teeth, and
they
going blind.
won't let me have electricity in my cell, so I don't know.
I love that he can order an air fryer off Amazon, but everybody else in prison is making shit out of plastic spoons and fucking string and hair. They're making a fucking, I can't, like the event, like my favorite show in the world is Locked Up Raw. Have you ever watched this?
No, but
on MSNBC. It's an old documentary.
Painful.
No, it's hilarious. It's like they go into these prisons for many, many years. It's an old show, and they go in and they document all these prisoners, how they're treated, their lives, their backstories. It's really interesting, but they show them all their inventions that they do because they have no access to anything. And it's like, why is Harvey Weinstein accessing to Amazon and these guys can't? They got to make their own shit they're like MacGyver. And like these prisoners should be on Shark Tank with their inventions. Like the fucking shit they come up with is like mine. I would invest in it, like, come on, yo.
It's if you think about it, it's like I don't know. I'm just trying to think because like he's got to be locked up in solitary, so he doesn't have access to like general population shit, right?
Aww.
So no, I don't feel sorry for him. I'm just saying it's hard to build an air fryer out of a fucking toilet. Do you know what I mean? Like, like it's hard to cook food. Like you can
bite your tongue, young man, and watch Locked Up Raw. You might see it on an episode.
Yeah, that's what I call my toaster. Is my toilet.
My toilet's an air fryer.
Oh,
oh, gross. God. I can't. It's just so funny. Everything is so fucked up and crazy. It makes no sense. Everybody's gone crazy. And speaking of completely batshit flipped her fucking wig, Cheryl Underwood has experienced PTSD after Sharon Osbourne fight on The Talk. I live for Cheryl Underwood. That's my bitch. That bitch is hilarious. I don't know why she got so upset. Like, bitch, the gangster I knew back in the day, the Comedy Store back in the 90s, you would have ripped that wig off and beat the shit out of this old raggedy ass bitch. I'm the victim. Why is everybody attacking me? I'm the one who should be crying. And why didn't Cheryl Underwood, because she used to go on stage with a purse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she's like, these motherfuckers will steal my shit backstage. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers. Hilarious. And I'm like, bitch, you are the female. You look like Wesley Snipes with a wig on. I would have took that shit and beat the crap out of Sharon on TV. Fuck that bitch. Don't cry over that old raggedy ass bitch. Fucking get gangster, bitch. Come on, Cheryl Underwood. What's up?
What though? There's got to be something when you sign some sort of network deal to talk on TV. There's got to be something like how many times you can play the victim card or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like you get You get a certain amount of times you can cry and get in the news.
Yeah. 0.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you look at like Meghan McCain and like all this, it's like every day there's like like one of these new talk show hosts crying about something, and I think it's you know what it is? I bet you it's a producer that came up with some sort of story for ratings that she has PTSD or what I don't know. It's for me if I was because Sharon Osbourne was doing all these racial slurs, right?
Yeah, for years.
That's what I love.
Crushing it.
I love that. I love that it took a hashtag for people to be like, maybe she shouldn't be saying that.
Maybe you're wrong.
Right.
No, I'm the victim. If I want to call you the N-word, I'll call you the fucking N-word because you wonton. You know, like what the?
Oh, what a lame duck fucking racial slur too. Like if she was going to go for it, just go for it. Don't like dance around it. That's
right.
That's fucking stupid. Here's the best thing about 2020 or like the pandemic era is if we got police reform and got like a solid Black Lives Matter movement out of it and stopping Asian hate. It's that people like Sharon Osbourne, like it took all of that to stop Sharon Osbourne. Like what a ridiculous thing is like literally 2 days ago, some poor black kid got shot because the cops thought their gun was a taser. And it's like, we've done nothing except get Sharon Osbourne fired from the talk. Yeah. That's what all of this protesting has led towards.
Yeah. We got rid of her because she's the threat. Meanwhile, poor unarmed black people are getting shot just for being black outside at 4:00. You know?
Right. And also, while we're speaking at it, has anybody investigated Ozzy for possibly starting the pandemic? He was the first one to bite the head off a bat.
I told somebody, I said, Sharon got coronavirus a few months back, and I'm like, bitch, you are fucking the vaccine. This man is the vaccine. If Ozzy jerked off, if Ozzy Louis C.K'd everybody in America, we would wipe this pandemic out. This dude ate the head off a bat because he thought it was a rubber bat because he was high.
That's awesome.
But, it's like, what did you just say? What do you? I have to see Ozzy Osbourne and Sylvester Stallone have a phone conversation.
Oh, my head would hurt. It would just be like just guttural noises just back and forth.
Like, is somebody dying over there? Like, what's happening?
Yes, the answer is yes. Ozzy is dying slowly. Yeah, but I would love that. I think that if Ozzy is the vaccine, every time we do it, we should say, remember the Alamo.
Mm-hmm. Remember the Sabbath, Black Sabbath. Remember the war pigs.
He pissed on the Alamo. He's not allowed back there. Yes, he did.
Yep,
that's
he's
fucking
banned.
Hilarious.
Well, I was a big Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne fan growing up. And I'm 50. So like when I was a kid, like this was, the rock god, and she made Ozzy Osbourne. Like she created Ozfest because nobody gave a shit about him. So she created her own lane for him. This bitch was a bad bitch. She played a man's game and played it hard. And I had so much respect for her. And
including
I'm like,
the racial slurs.
Exactly. Where did you pick that up from, sweetie? Motown? Like, come on, bitch. Like, yeah, it's just, but it's amazing how when you're on television and you're a racist and get fired that you get $10 million. So guess what? Hi, wontons. I need 10 million.
Yeah, I think you got to do more than just get this podcast on Gov's radio.
Damn it. Yeah, wrong network to be politically correct.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, at least Shane Gillis got hired by SNL before he did it.
My goal is to never work again.
That's fair. We're pretty close.
Winning. Oh my God. Speaking of never working again, I'm obsessed with the Real Housewives franchise. I'm sure you're not, because you have a penis and you like women.
Occasionally.
Yeah. You occasionally have a penis?
Yes. Both, actually.
Well, we know it worked once.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but I love how trashy and pathetic these rich white women problems are. So right now, engaged Vicki Gunvalson, ex-Real Housewives of Orange County, denies dating a 23-year-old. Like she was 90, he was 23. And
Right,
it's like,
right.
But the thing is, she's engaged to this ex-detective who's actually a good dude, and he's 62. I think Vicky's like 59,
Okay.
and they've been engaged, and their wedding got postponed until because of the pandemic and shit. Well, I guess something came out that she said, "I'm no longer engaged, because I'm now dating a 23-year-old dude." And now she's freaking, that's not true. I never said that. And she gets very angry and heated. And it's hilarious to watch her meltdown because her face doesn't move because of all the fucking work.
That's awesome.
So it's like, it's like a bad ventriloquist act.
It's Otto and
like
George flipping out.
It's George. It's like, you get like the veins are popping out, but nothing's moving. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but these housewives probably have worse language than George ever did.
Oh, they make George look like Disney plus minus times and fucking percentage points.
That's great.
These bitches are fucking crazy, but it's so funny. It's like they're all getting linked up. What is it with everybody fucking people that are a third of their age? Like everybody's fucking kids now. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, when your third of an age is under 18, you should probably half it, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
a little bit. At least be able to vote.
Right.
You
yeah.
know?
I can't do fractions, but what square root of 18 is should be your answer. Yeah. I just don't. I don't know. Look, what I can imagine is when you get to the age where it's like you want to go younger. I would have to imagine she saw her 60-year-old husband's body or fiance's body, and then she saw a 23-year-old get out of the pool, and she was like, "I'd rather blow that."
Oh, who wouldn't?
Well, I mean, I would.
I don't want to fuck a 62-year-old dude. Gross. Unless it's Andrew Cuomo. Then I'm definitely want him. I don't want him to bang me like a screen door in a tornado.
You could probably hang him by his nipple rings.
No, that's where I put my mask when I'm blowing him.
Hilarious.
But like it's so funny. These bitches are so crazy. Like they just look for drama. She got fired from the spinoff of Real Housewives.
There was a spinoff?
Yeah, I can't. It makes my head cave in. Like I'm a fag hag, but this is like too gay for me. Like, this makes RuPaul's Drag Race look like Evander Holyfield and fucking Floyd Mayweather duking it out.
That's hilarious.
Like it's so much. It's so gay. Like, and now like Erica Jane, she's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she's married to that old lawyer, the Girardi dude.
Rob Kardashian.
Same thing. She's married to the old guy, Girardi. He was Aaron Brockovich law firm that took the
gotcha.
And he embezzled all this money from that plane flight that crashed in Indonesia and all those victims. Well, he embezzled all that. It was like 800 million or something he embezzled from that, never paid the victims.
Makes
to
sense.
Give Erica her lavish lifestyle because he's like 8 minutes older than the universe and she's 50 and she's
That's
hot.
Awesome.
Yeah, good for her. They've been together like 20 years. Well, now they're getting divorced because of all this. And now she's having a meltdown like, I was going to hold his hand until he died. Well, until he died or until you got indicted in the fucking lawsuit against them and you're going to lose everything you got. Now you want to separate so you don't have to pay anything? Get the fuck
she was
out
going to
of here.
hold his hand until he died because he would finally let go of his wallet. I mean, all of this shit is like, look, I know that that's like the point of the podcast is to do this, but all of these people are fucking insane people. They all fuck each other. They all want fame. They all want money. It's like, what other fucking spinoff can I do? It's so like, of course she's fucking a 22-year-old. And of course they're getting divorced. Of course he's going to die soon. Of course he's going to come back like Jesus. Like it's all for.
Well, Girardi's like 81. He has now, because of the lawsuit, all of a sudden he has dementia and Alzheimer's.
I heard
he's filing bankruptcy.
Know what an air fryer is either.
Yeah, exactly. He's dementia. So I'm going to claim when the bill collectors call me, I'm sorry, I have amnesia. I don't remember spending that money.
That's great.
That's my favorite. When rent's due, when the moratorium ends, I'm sorry, I didn't remember that I didn't pay. Sorry.
See, you go one step further from me and answer my phone.
You answer your phone or you don't answer your phone?
No, I don't answer my phone. I just let that ring.
Yeah, I usually save it because I always get that. This is your last chance for your extended car warranty.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, my car hasn't had a warranty in 15 years, but it's my last chance.
Yeah, I sold my car 15 years ago when I moved to New York. So
Right.
good luck finding it. Good luck finding me with that. But it's just
Yeah,
so
really.
funny how, oh, I love him because he's 100 years older than me. Now she's divorcing him. Fuck you, you fucking phony
Yeah,
ass bitches. I
it's the
can't.
circle of housewives. It's just what happens. It's like the Lion King, but with housewives. This
Yeah.
is the circle of life that they live
Yeah. And then they hold up the youngest guy they want to bang.
in.
Circle of life.
Everything the shadow touches will be yours one day.
Simba.
Yeah.
God. And speaking of fucking people that are too old or too young, and it's like he was 33, she was 15, he was 81, she was 4. Kyle
Oof.
Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and of the Hilton family says Scott Disick is too damn old for Amelia Hamlin. Now, I'm sure you have no idea who these people are.
I just learned.
Because you're a heterosexual male.
True.
But Scott Disick was married to Khloe Kardashian.
Mm.
And has his own spin-off show because Kris Jenner is the female Harvey Weinstein. Instead of like raping people, she just destroys black men. So
Which is almost the same.
it's the same thing. She's raping the culture. So Scott Disick, who's like 40 or whatever, 37, 38, is 37, is fucking Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin's daughter, who is 19 years old. Well, and they're in love.
Look, here's the thing: is at least it's legal. Do you know what I mean? Like until there's
he has 3 kids that are her age.
That's just a win.
What if you accidentally sneak into your kid's room thinking it's your girlfriend's room and you fuck your daughter? Gross. What is wrong with you?
I would like
Madonna.
I love in your simulation. He doesn't realize it's his daughter the entire time. what a weird simulation.
Because I'm fucked up. You're gonna figure that out.
I think whatever. Yeah, I don't think I would follow his dating model. But in terms of like, if there's one thing you could say is at least it's legal. Until there's a paper trail of Snapchats like Crystal grooming this girl since she was 16. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. I think an age difference. I have no idea what I'm saying.
I know.
Just find some sort of
would you like a shovel?
lining.
Would you like some shovel to get out of this?
Yes.
Listen,
look,
you have a daughter, right? You have a daughter.
Yes.
What if she was 19 and some 37-year-old wannabe has-been that's married to that was an ex of a Kardashian started fucking your daughter?
Does he book a club?
Yeah. Does he book the show? Exactly. Can I at least feature for him?
Yeah. Obviously, I would be upset over that.
But the funniest part is that Kyle Richards and everybody's upset about it. But Lisa Rinna, the mom, she's like, and the grandmother, Lisa's mom is upset about it. That's saying that he's too old. But Lisa Rinna goes, "Oh, he's a nice guy. I don't mind." I'm like, bitch, she already sold her soul. You know, the one with the big lips and the short hair.
Yeah.
She'll do anything. She did a Depends commercial because she likes money so much.
Hilarious.
She modeled Depends.
Well, that's okay. Well, there you go.
So now she's like selling off her daughter to the Kardashians because she wants part of that empire. I get it. That's why you have kids. You sell them into slavery. You make money off them. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's why I named my daughter New Album. That's her middle name. Yeah. I mean, in that case, let's cover guidelines. If you're in a Depends commercial, you're too old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So that should be the cutoff. The second you start pissing your pants uncontrollably, you're too young or you're too old. There you go. I just solved it.
Kevin, that depends. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah,
all
please
week,
get the slide whistle out.
let me just jump off this part of the bridge and kill myself because that's where my career is, right there.
At least it's a nice view.
Exactly. At least it's there. But it's just so funny. And everybody's like up in arms about it. And then Scott Disick's ex, Chloe's been hanging out with this TikTok girl, Addison Rae, who's like 20, 21 years older than her. And they become, best friends.
Is that sign language for best friends?
Yeah, it's called we call it co-hosting, but it's called scissoring.
Oh, I'm gonna tell that to my my producer now. I'm gonna say we're co-hosts together.
Yep. Co-hosting.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and Scott Disick's like, I'm banging a child, but it's okay if that bitch fucks this child. Like, there's a 20-year difference. Like, they're both going after, like, he's dating someone 18 years younger than him, and she's hanging out with a girl that's 20 years older than her.
Well, look, this is obviously because Harvey Weinstein's in jail. There's no order in Hollywood anymore.
Like,
Harvey Weinstein isn't there like the original vampire that he is
yes.
to tell everyone where to go and what to do. So everyone's going crazy and no one knows what the right thing is.
Yep. Crystalia, they can't DM each other anymore. So it's like,
Bet you he's got an air fryer.
Oh, he probably doesn't know how to do it. He probably put his dick in the air fryer. He's grooming that air fryer to be an oven. I'm here all week. But everybody's great. But it's just so fucking hilarious that, like, oh, she's hanging out. Chloe's crazy anyway. This bitch, almost killed a Laker.
I love that that's a sentence you have to say out loud. You know what I mean? Like, I could have never heard that and I still would have felt exactly the same. I love that you're like, but wait, Khloe Kardashian is crazy. And you're like, oh, okay, now I believe it.
Yeah, she broke a perfectly good basketball player. Like, come on, we don't remember this?
Yeah, I'm a big basketball fan, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Lamar Odom probably would have gotten into some of those situations without Kourtney Kardashian.
Well, I just want to know how bad her pussy stank that he had to go to Vegas, smoke crack, and do heroin to get the taste of it out of his mouth. And then ended up ODing in a brothel with a bunch of unknown whores. Was that a better situation than at home? How, you know what I mean? Like, Chloe should kill herself. Like, that
would be a better like Dentine Ice commercial,
right?
You
Mentos,
know what I mean?
the fresh maker.
Mentos. That's so fucking funny. Mental.
Yeah, Negros, the fresh maker.
It's so crazy to me that
it's insane. Now she's upset because her assistant posted a picture of her on Instagram in her bikini that was unphotoshopped, unairbrushed, untouched, like completely raw. And now they're the Kardashian estate is threatening to take it down and get it off of social media because Khloe wasn't airbrushed properly.
What I love about that is like meanwhile we have comics putting out like videos that are like unmiked and looks like it's filmed in the 20s and it's all fucking grainy with subtitles and everyone's okay with it. It's such a weird time.
How about this? Comics are putting up their Zoom shows for comedy clips.
Come on.
Kill yourself. Like, come on, who's putting a Zoom clip? I do like 3 or 4 headlining Zoom shows a week just to work on material and sound it out and have like audio for my stuff. I would never post that shit.
It's so weird.
It's so embarrassing.
It's so weird where the industry has gone, where it's turned into this like content competition.
Yeah.
Rather than build a brilliant hour and record it on an album or do an actual special.
Yeah. Remember when they were special? Remember that? Now they're special.
I don't even know why you need a co-host.
I need you. Trust me. The voices in my head don't translate onto the screen.
Yeah, you should mic them up and see how many other Zoom boxes.
Oh, it would be a crowd.
That's so great. The whole like content competition thing is so it's just like I think it's watering down what we do because it's like there's too much out. Do you know what I mean? It's like
way too much out. It's so saturated, and the worst part is the ones that thought during the pandemic, hey, I should try comedy.
Right.
You should kill yourself. You should get corona. I'm
starting to think the answer to every story in this podcast is just kill yourself.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Just there's some people got to go.
I'm noticing a pattern.
We have a death on aisle 5. We have a death on aisle 5.
I'm an asshole. You should know that by now.
That's fine. I like it. I'm into it.
But you saw the picture of Chloe, right? Untouched.
No, is it on her Instagram?
Yes, and it was in the clip I sent you. If you scroll down,
Oh, you sent me a clip.
well, the link about the story.
Oh yeah.
But the worst part is that she doesn't look bad at all, untouched.
Of course not.
So what is the problem? Like, I don't understand. Like, she looks great without the airbrushing, and they're fucking freaking out and threatening to sue and burn Instagram to the ground, and
Oh my God! Like, who gives a fuck about any of this? I mean,
show
really.
who you are. It makes you more approachable. You nothing. That's my Jim Norton. You've nothing.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking to me. You looked me directly in the eyes when you said
well,
that.
You're the only one I can see. No, I'm looking at the camera. You nothing to Chloe.
That's so stupid, where it's like we're supposed to celebrate realism, but then the second someone does an airbrush me, I'm going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah. If I don't go on stage with all this, I'll kill myself. I'll scare the fucking neighbors, dude. Like,
yeah.
I put the whore in Sephora. That's just I can't. It's my war paint. It's my ready to fight kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I have no choice but to look like I do. So I don't feel bad for anyone that that gets the real them posted up online. I'm like, welcome to the club. Yeah. I've been bald since I was 12. So, it's the fucking water's warm. Get in. Who cares?
What, were you born with hair and you lost it? Is that what happened?
It's like it never even fully came in. It was like
but you know what? It looks good on you. You have a good shaped head.
Oh, thank you.
Some people have bald heads and they have like this long, and it kind of goes in like a Mr. Potato Head, and it dents in, and it's genderless. Good night. Thank you. See, I'm current.
Yeah, no, that's the great part about my baldness is, God was kind of fucked up and never giving me a nice head of hair, but at least he gave me a nice head, period.
Yeah, you're lucky, because I see bald people with some fucked up heads.
You know what though? It doesn't stop. Like, because I'm like a younger bald guy, people think something's wrong, and because I'm white on top of that, it's usually that I'm racist or in recovery. There's like no in between.
None. You're in recovery from being a racist. That's what you should tell them.
It's like Paula Dean.
Yeah. And Sharon Osbourne now.
yeah, true. Or the Papa John's guy that said he's been trying for 18 months to stop saying the N-word. It's like it's so not that hard.
You don't say it. Don't say it.
No.
Nintendo. Never mind.
His therapist must be exhausted.
Oh, his therapist has a yacht, a fucking island. Oh, his fucking therapist bought Epstein Island, and
I bet you he owns a couple Papa John's too.
Oh yeah.
Started franchising.
Yeah. Probably calls it Mama John's.
Oh.
God, speaking of disgusting, fucking pathetic, like nothings. Gwyneth Paltrow has added a new item to her list of goopy items. Like, she had the vagina candle, and with the scent of the orgasm she has.
That her son, by the way, helped her create. Yeah.
Honey, smell this.
Yeah.
Should we put that in the candle?
Now tell me when to capture the smell. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Keep wiggling. Well, to add to it, so the son doesn't have to use his fingers on her anymore, she's actually created a vibrator.
Oh my God.
To add to her candle.
Has she, or are there really reptiles in Hollywood that have taken over all of these people? Has Gwyneth Paltrow created a vibrator, or did someone kidnap her and,
No, she did.
Come on.
She did.
Oh.
She test drove that pussy out for years with Brad Falchuk, Chris Martin, Brad Pitt, Viggo Mortensen. She fucked Ben Affleck, Luke Wilson. So she's taken that pussy out for a good test drive. She probably had them give feedback. She probably sent them a survey monkey. and they filled it out, and you could be anonymous, and you
Right.
know, but they were the only one she sent it to. But you know, maybe that's how she got it, you know, and like, oh, everybody wants to smell my pussy because I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. Really? Nobody wants to smell your pussy, honey.
Well, that's, you know what,
And
now
nobody
I
wants to
feel
fuck your pussy.
well, fair enough. I feel fortunate now that the only surveys I ever got was when I bought a Kia.
The only surveys I get are from Starbucks and Sephora.
Yeah.
So I drink a lot of coffee and go shopping, Wired.
Perfect.
Sad. And then I look like this, and then it just ruins everything.
Wait, so what's the deal with this vibrator?
Well, the vibrator is $135.
Is that well, look, forgive me for not wanting to admit I have one. Is that the normal cost that they go for?
I'm not sure because it's sad because I don't own one.
Really?
That's probably why I'm so cranky.
It shocks me that you would hang a mask off Andrew Cuomo's nipple rings, but a vibrator is where you cross the line.
But it's real. The cock is real. I like real. I like the
fair
real.
enough.
I like real skin. I like real men. I
Mhm.
like the structure of the cock. You know, I'm a cock connoisseur. I'm a cocktologist. So I love the shape, the way it feels. Just
Right.
they all have their own identities. They have personalities. They're beautiful, and
Yeah.
I think it's just they're stunning, and I love them forever. And
I think you just turned me gay.
see,
that was so descriptive.
did I sell you on the cock?
I gotta be honest, I was almost there anyway, but but now I think I'm full tilt.
Oh, that's hilarious. Dombrowski. That's your new name. That's your gay porn name.
I'm into it.
Oh, you like it? All right, good. But yeah, she sold it for $135. I'm guessing an average vibrator probably goes, I don't know, $50, $70 maybe. I don't know. But I should look it up. But
Right.
the thing is, like, it comes in a discreet box with a ribbon on it. Like, really? Who cares?
Like a Lexus in a driveway.
Merry Christmas! It's a big dildo in the driveway with a bow on it.
It's just my size.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh.
And it smells like cheap.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a good point. Do these dildos smell like her?
If it smells like Brad Pitt, I'm buying every one of them
That's hilarious.
because he could get it.
Why is she selling vibrators and not like pocket pussies?
Right? But is the vibrator gonna fuck the candle? Wouldn't it set on? That's a big wick. That's a John Wick. Hey, there's a joke. Hey, John Wick could get it too. Let's just say that. But like I have a vibrator that's a dick, and then I have a candle that smells like pussy.
Right.
Is it like Reese's peanut butter cup? You got your cock in my candle. You put your candle in my cock.
It sounds like it honestly sounds like children toys when you
Right?
when you put a one of the circle pegs into the thing.
Well, you know, one of the candles, a lady bought one of the candles in England for $75 to smell pussy. You can go to Hunts Point and smell pussy for 10.
That's great.
all I'm gonna tell you.
And
that smell will linger on you for days or weeks.
That's high end. That's high
right?
end. Too.
That's a high end pussy. Usually it's 2 for $5. So, because I work there.
Fair enough.
But it's just so funny. There was a lady in England who the candle exploded in her apartment. I'm like, ooh, that's a hell of an orgasm.
Yeah, really. That is. I wonder if it squirted when it exploded.
Right? Like, did she just light the wick just right? Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, you're not supposed to light it with your fingers.
She's like, and how do you start up the vibrator that she has like this?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, these are all like, is there instructions that come in? That'd be great if, depending on the speed, like a Coldplay song plays, like there's certain things.
Right?
It should be about her life. I'm starting to think she's just selling her name here.
Yeah, and I think she would have done really well if she had collaborated with Louis C.K. on the vibrator.
Every time
and the vibrator, when you go to turn it on, it asks you permission. May I vibrate on top of you?
Doesn't matter what you say, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen anyway. You want a feature from me? Let me jerk off in front of you.
That's so disgusting.
I know, but I would have let him. I could use a 15-minute feature spot right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That'd be great. Well, you know what? It should have been. It should have been, depending on how long it took him to finish, is how many minutes you got on stage.
Right? So you have to distract him to get a longer set. Look over there.
Yeah, you start mentioning his ex-wife, so he goes flaccid. You're like, oh, come on, 30.
You start talking about your own set and he starts losing it.
That's hilarious.
You do your own bits on him. His dick gets weaker and weaker.
Yeah, well, if he had seen me open for him, I don't think he'd want to jerk off in front of me.
Well, I'd let him jerk off in the front row, just in front of I wouldn't care. I'm doing time, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you.
Well, you did say you're doing Zoom shows. I'm sure that's happened at some point.
Exactly. I know no one's interrupted my Zooms yet. Like, what the fuck? What am I, cheap? What am I, nothing? Where's the dick pics?
Well, look, all the dicks come out when there's only like a council meeting or some sort of school day happening.
Well, I got close. Last weekend, I did this comedy club in Massachusetts over Zoom. They're doing Zoom shows, and there was like a lot of lesbians in there because the lady that owns the club is gay. She's a comic. It's hilarious. So there's a lot of lesbians in there, but there was a Chihuahua's ass for 2 minutes at the beginning of my set, right in the camera. So I felt pretty. At least it was a guy's ass.
That's true. That's true. It could have been way worse. Could have had Gwyneth Paltrow's
or her candle. Oh God. Everybody, like, everything is all obsessed with fucking pussy and ass and shit. And even Pornhub's getting in on the game. Pornhub now has its own line of spray paint.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right?
It doesn't, like, what because you copyrighted a color? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, what are you graffiti? Are you tagging somebody's ass when you're fucking them?
Yes. Is that Perfect. A question for me, or is that a hypothetical question for the article?
Yes.
Here's the only way I would buy into a Pornhub spray paint is if I spray painted a person that came to life to have sex with you. That's the only way. That's the only thing that would make sense.
Or you just drill a hole in your mattress, fill it with Vaseline, and spray paint a woman on the mattress, and then fuck it. Too soon?
I would love to see your furniture right now.
No, the thing is, okay, here's a story about that. When I was in high school, my friend's brother got busted fucking his mattress with Vaseline drilled in it. Like, he drilled a hole in his mattress and was fucking his mattress, and her other brother,
God.
They were, Irish, we're all crazy. So, he, the other brother walked in on him fucking his mattress. He had filled it with Vaseline.
Wow. That's a lot of Vaseline. That's also
and that's
quite possibly the first waterbed.
But that's also prison inventions. Shark Tank.
Somewhere Harvey Weinstein's going, an air fryer and a mattress with Vaseline.
Come on, Shark Tank. Mattress with a pussy drilled into it. So if you're sleeping and you're horny, just roll over and stick your dick in it.
That's not a bad idea.
Write it down.
Yeah. See,
Colin Mark Cuban.
This is the stage I'm at in my life. I was thinking of a way to combine a toilet with a mattress, and you're like, oh yeah, just attach a pussy. And I'm like, well, that makes way more sense.
I'm just thinking of your needs.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I love that they came out with spray paint. I think they should have called it spray taint. Is that wrong?
No, I think it's right, to be honest.
It would make sense.
Spray taint.
Ask Sherwin-Williams.
This is just silly.
I know. I told you it's stupid. I don't get it. Everybody's got a game. Everybody's got a gimmick. Maybe they'll spray paint Gwyneth Paltrow's dick vibrator.
Yeah. I mean, what's the reasoning for doing this? I don't understand.
Because they said that porn stars are artists and graffiti taggers are artists, and they're expressing themselves. I'm like, you just called a porn star an artist? Really?
Yeah, I can't wait to see
that I'm Picasso every night masturbating in my bedroom.
More like Jackson
Louis
Pollock.
C.K. should be in the Vatican.
That's true. I would cut
Is
my
this
ear
thing
off.
on? Is this thing on?
Van Gogh, Van went. Van came and went. Good night.
I would, Jesus Christ. I would cut my ear off if he jerked off in front of me.
What?
I just think I don't know. everything is a gimmick. There's no like, okay, like artists collaborating. Then why don't your porn stars dip their privates in paint and you paint them, whatever on canvas, and then you fucking sell that. Like that would make more sense. Or like, throw a Sketcher tennis shoe into some girl snatch, and then whatever paint comes out, that's an art installation. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's so
What are we
dumb.
in
To me.
Thailand?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, well, look, they're made there, and then
Yeah,
they can get
exactly.
signed as
Make
well.
those shoes in China. You might as well spit it out of your pussy and paint it with your Pornhub paint. Yeah, guy.
It's just like it's a gimmick, but it's a stupid gimmick because there's no crossover in the spray paint and and sex world.
I don't understand how they came up with spray paint, but okay.
Yeah,
I would have thought maybe lube,
right?
or
Yeah.
like a maybe a perfume or a body spray,
Definitely.
that smells like money. I don't know. Like spray paint makes no sense, and but this world doesn't make any sense. So.
They should advertise it by giving the porn stars spray paint and have them ejaculate into the targets that they spray.
As they're coming, it's like a spray can, and
Like
and as they're squirting, they're painting a wall, a mural.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, art coming at you. Brace yourself.
Yeah, we call that a Spanksy.
We call that duck. Speaking of not making any sense and stupidity and totally dumb, Pete Davidson finally moves out of his mother's house that he paid for.
That's awesome. Good for him.
He's too young. He's in Staten Island. He moves out of his mom's basement at 27. What are you doing? You're too young. You're supposed to be there till you're 45 or 50.
That's true. No one groomed him.
Right? You're ruining it for all the other losers that live in their mother's basements.
Here's what I love about this is that Pete Davidson, I think, owns a Manhattan condo, a place in Brooklyn, and his Staten Island house. So I love that there's like this big mystique that he like lives with his mom along this like, comedic angle. And the headline is he's moving out. And it's like, yes, he probably goes and stays in one of his other 3 places in New York whenever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. This dude, if this dude, but it would make sense if he lived in his mother's basement, the tale that he pulls, because it's always the loser guy that pulls the hottest fucking ass. You notice
see
that?
My wife.
We'll be right back. So, like Kevin pulling the hottest tail, being a big fucking. I'm a loser and I don't pull anything. What the fuck?
Well, look, pull Gwyneth Paltrow's vibrator out.
The best part about that, it doesn't talk back to you.
Oh, that is amazing.
I have freedom. I don't have to answer to anybody. It's fucking great. So you know what, Gwyneth? I'm going to order one right now. Just better not chip my tooth and look like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to go in your mouth.
Oh.
I'm all for this Pete Davidson thing because I don't know. My wife pays all my bills. So I am, for anyone that can liberate themselves from the matriarchy, I support that.
Dude, Pete Davidson's hilarious. I'm like, he looks like Steve Buscemi's stunt double.
That was good casting in the movie.
Yeah, like it was brilliant. And like, I'm like, holy shit, it's him. And he looks like when Steve Buscemi was 12. Like that's what Pete Davidson's what Steve Buscemi must have looked like when he was 12.
Dude, chicks love him.
Love him because apparently,
he's got tennis elbow.
Yeah. Tennis elbow.
In his pants.
He's packing heat, yo. But, I don't know. You got to be you got to have some kind of an angle when you're an ugly dude.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, money.
He's got money and a big dick.
Money, huge dick. Those are 2 huge selling points. He
pulls
is
the
a funny
hottest
dude.
chicks. He's hilarious.
Pulls the hottest chick. Look, I remember performing. Actually, what's so funny is the first show my wife ever came to see.
Was it yours?
Yeah, before, yeah, honestly, before we were even dating, we were just friends.
Uh-huh.
It was the old New York Comedy Club, and Pete Davidson was on the bill. And it's like I performed with him, a bunch of times when he was like 19, 17, 18.
Right.
And he was always just like out of the gate. He just fucking knew how to write and how to talk for himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
Fully.
you add money to that. He's got youth, he's got money, he's got a big cock. I say all the more power to him. Move out of your mom's house so she doesn't have to hear you fucking lay pipe in Ariana.
Right. Well, he's got some new bitch that looks just like her. Like all the girls he bangs looks the same.
Yeah,
They're all this hot little Instagram, little Ariana Grande looking bitches.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. And it's like, I look at them like, God, dude, these girls, I'm old. I'm 50. So I look at these girls, I'm like, they, as you get older, girls look younger and younger every year. Like everybody
True.
looks younger. And I'm like, God, did I look that young when I was 21, 22?
No, I think
we thought we were so old back then.
I think it's the Instagram. I think Instagram is de-aging people. I think, you know what I mean? It's like
the filters. It's the filters.
Yeah, I think the filters get attached to you in real life or something. There's some sort of weird thing in this new digital age. It's like I don't know. Everyone looks different. The younger generation looks different than they did when we were growing up.
Well, they're also getting Botox at 18.
Oh yeah, that's
lip
true.
injections, eyebrow threading. They're getting pulled.
Gwyneth Paltrow candles.
Hello. Hello. Exactly. And the smell. God bless you guys for eating pussy, because I don't. It's like a big axe wound.
I wonder how
looks
many.
like a big sea anemone. Like if you poke it,
Yeah. I wonder how many mothers have come home to their kids eating that candle.
Or licking it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, gross. Anyway, I can't. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
But speaking of old raggedy bitches, actually, she's my idol. The queen I live for is Cher, and she has been slammed on social media for her George Floyd tweet.
No sheep better don't.
Now,
this.
If you know Cher, and I know Cher, I grew up worshiping her because I felt a lot like her because I was different. I didn't look like the other girls. I was different. I liked different things, and I was just in my own box like she was, and I always idolized her. And she's such a philanthropist, and she just loves everybody. And this tweet, she was just like, if I was there, I could have helped. She said, if I was there, I could have helped. And, I could have stopped George Floyd from getting killed. Yeah, Cher, because you're going to be standing in fucking Minneapolis at a fucking bodega when a guy smoking cigarettes getting arrested and a knee to his neck in 9.5 minutes, because that's just where you're going to be. And she didn't mean it that way. She just meant like she could have stopped, she just wants to help everybody. She genuinely just loves people. And it's so funny. And she gets roasted on social media for her white saviorness, which is funny because she's not even white. That's the best part.
What is she?
Armenian. She's French and Armenian.
Well, but she is white.
Half white. But in white people terms, you're not.
You mean
she's not pure
full blood, right?
Yeah, she's not alt white,
yeah. I love this.
She's left white.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I love this, that someone, whatever you want to say about her, my wife loves Cher too. I just love that someone could think that highly of themselves. They're like, if I was in this situation, if I was born in 1942, I could have killed Hitler. I'm pretty sure I could have killed Hitler.
Well, she's totally thinking like, if I was there, I could have said, "Hey, it's me, Cher," and then busted into a song and distracted everybody. They would have started dancing, and then the knee would have came off.
Yeah.
Do you believe in love after all? Woo! She would have put a big party. Gays would have came out, and everybody would have been happy.
I just want you to know right now, my wife just texted me, "How dare you say an unkind word about Cher?" I love this. I do. It's like Kylie Jenner giving that cop a Pepsi in that commercial, and it stopped all the racism happening. It's so fucking stupid to be so self-indulgent that you can think, and maybe look, maybe she's got this great big heart and she's like, I really believe that I would be able to unite them. But what a fucking stupid thing to say out loud.
Yeah, her intentions were good. It was a dumb tweet.
Yes.
But her intentions were good because she thought if she was there, if she would have walked up to the officer, they weren't going to beat her because she's Cher.
Right.
You know,
and half white.
Yeah, and she's half white, so she's half right, you know. And the Armenian part, you know, there's only 8 of us left. And
it's not a bad impression, by the way.
Thank you. And sweetie. I always bust into a Cher. It always wins.
Right. And, you know what I love out of all of this is she never said, if I was there, I could have stopped Sonny from hitting the tree.
Well, he deserved it, sweetie. That tree peeled out in front of him. You know, I couldn't stop him. And, you know, that tree was out of control. Woo!
I really love that she wants to save everyone except for my wife just accepted me too far.
Tell your wife I'm on her side. Cher's my mom. I call her Mama.
That's so
Mama.
funny.
Cher is my idol.
I can see it now. Like now that you say it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's Mama.
That's so funny. So do you think that you could stop police brutality too?
One dick suck at a time.
You know what? Yours is a way more viable plan.
Right? I'm realistic. I'm not famous, so I'm not going to distract anybody with my fame and fortune. But I can use my skills that God gave me. My jaw unhinges, and I just take care of business.
The fact that there's still racism in this country and you have that talent is
right.
It's like this country will never be saved. No,
I know, until I can get a hold of them. And it's
What a plan. What a plan. You know what? You've done more for police reform than Biden has the first 100 days.
Don't worry. It's only 100 days. He's cleaning up a 4-year mess of death. So.
Look, the appearance aside, I don't give a fuck about any of them. I think they're all fucking crazy. But yeah, I think that you should immediately start blowing cops.
I tried. I've blown a few.
Have you really? On duty or off duty?
Off duty. No, they're like in the last 15 years. One of my boyfriends was a cop, and 2 of my boyfriends were firefighters.
Okay, well that's why there's been a decrease in fires. Is that why Pete Davidson's moving out of his mom's house?
Yes. He's like, well, Christy blew all the firemen in Staten Island. I gotta go.
Nothing left for me to do.
My work is complete.
That's great.
But yeah, so that's hilarious. And I just want to say, I absolutely adore you.
Oh, same.
Thank you for doing this. And it's fun to work with you like one-on-one and
this is
a group
great.
setting. And we'll have to because, you know, once things really start opening up and that clubs start actually booking comics as opposed to, I call the bringer shows or that now they call them independent produced shows. I'm like, oh, this is the essential workers of comedy. You know,
money is the essential worker of comedy,
right? Like it's hilarious. Like, oh, they're not bringers; they're essential workers. They're independent producers. Just stop. But like Caroline's is opening Memorial Day weekend, and I'm going to be doing stuff over there because you know, I was doing the show at West Side, you know, for a long time, the Wild Wild West, the late night show, and then Henry Gold wanted me to bring it over to Stand Up New York on Wednesdays, and then the pandemic hit, so it never happened.
Got it.
So once everything opens up and we start doing normal activities and things are at capacity where we can start booking us regular, you know, names around.
Absolutely.
We'll have to do stuff because I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to do. You'll have to be a part of it.
I'm into it.
Awesome. But
I'm into it. I just wish I was there. I just feel like I just feel like if I was in one of the towers, I could have stopped 9/11.
I could have held, I'm strong. I'm a power lifter. I could have held the building.
Could have stopped one of those planes.
Hey, sweetie, I got you. Don't fall. I got it.
So fucking stupid. What a dumb thing to say.
I know, but she's everything.
I love, by the way, for the record, I love that she said something so insane. I think it's hilarious.
It's well, I don't know if you follow her on Twitter.
No, I don't, but I'm going to start.
She speaks in emoji.
Oh my god.
Everything is emojis. She's 74. You
Yeah,
know,
are we sure she just
grandma just found out how to use an emoji.
Yeah, maybe she just can't see the keyboard.
She probably
She-
can't.
her thumbs
Sweetie,
are just hitting everything.
emoji, sweetie, heart emoji, fire emoji, orange emoji, grapes, and yeah, that's my speech.
That's what I would have said. Is I'm 74 and I think I'm in Minneapolis all the time.
Yeah, dementia. Sweetie, where am I? Chaz, are you still a woman or are you a guy finally? My daughter's a male. She's a male. Hey, Louis Anderson called, said he wants his look back.
I feel like this happens when the cameras are off in your place.
Oh, 24/7. I do this on stage. I do this
That's great.
on the cameras. I do it because it makes people laugh. That's why I do it. That's all I care about. When people are
into it.
laughing, I'm into it. So I love you to death. Thank you so much for doing the show. And please tell all the kids here in Governor's Radio Land where they can find you, where they can find your podcast, your albums, all your social medias, and all that stuff.
You could find me at Kevin Dombrowski online, Twitter and Instagram. My album High on Molly is just reached a year out. It came out the year the lockdown happened. So I shut down stand up with it. Very, very proud of that.
Asshole.
Yeah, I know. It's the worst. It was like, oh, this guy got #1. Let's just close the industry. My album is available everywhere you can download or stream comedy or music. And check out my podcast called Just Joking. It's on the Paper House Network, which is owned by the crew that own New York Comedy Club. Love the network. It's a real fun show. We break down what's happening in the world by making fun of everything. So tune into that. That's available everywhere you can download your finer podcasts and see you back out in New York.
Excellent. Awesome. Everybody check them out. And also, you can follow me on Instagram at Christy Miller Comedy and also follow the show on Instagram at Christy Unleashed. And you can follow me on Twitter at Bitchy Slambora, my old roller derby name. Shot to the heart, near to blame.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I played roller derby for a few years, obviously. What else? Who else would want to put on fishnets and beat up bitches on roller skates? Hi.
Besides me, you.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also we're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. right here on govsradio.com. And we will see you next Wednesday. Deuces.